Welcome back to This or That Hoops Podcast, NBA Experience. You know the vibes. The best part of your day, the best part of my day. Nets post-game breakdown. This is the second time we're doing this. Obviously, like I said, we're going to refine it as we go. Um, the Nets beat the Miami Heat 107-104. Tremendous W. Didn't look like it, but we'll take it on the app. First things I wanted to go over, slow start back-to-back. Last game, it was 10-0. This game, at one point, it was like 18-4. This shit's getting ridiculous. We got to come out the gate firing. This was an issue with the KD team. Obviously, it's different personnel. I don't know if it's culture, like what's going on, but we start slow. We've always started slow. It's super frustrating to fucking watch. I got some notes again like last time for some individual players. So for Ben, worse than Monday. Definitely worse than Monday. Turnover machine. He had an off night. He still looks springy. His pace bringing up the ball, you could tell, is a lot faster, which I appreciate. That's what I have written down here, that he was pushing the pace. Mikhail definitely gets to his spots. We definitely run plays to get him to certain spots, which I like, and I'm excited for that to happen in the future as well. The shots just weren't falling tonight. A lot of in and outs from him and Cam, which I'm going to get into in a little bit. He had a couple threes. I think he had 2 or 3 threes. His movement looked great. Your looks didn't fall. And honestly, some slipped bad defensive possessions. I understand it's preseason. It's the last game of the preseason. It's probably a lapse, but some weird defensive possessions out of him. Deron Sharp, 19 and 11, double-double, my boy. Absolutely beautiful performance. 3 blocks. One of them was ferocious on the bottom right block on the left side. And he had 1 steal, pick somebody clean. I love that out of him. Double-double for the kid. He was glassing up. He was getting buckets. He looked confident out there. I do have to touch on this. I didn't want to do this, Deron, but I have to. You were fucking winded, bro, again. Like, it was right after he hit a 3, first of all, on the left wing, which was super encouraging. Love to see that. He mentioned he was going to shoot more threes. Shooting threes and making threes is 2 different things. So I was happy to see one go down. He missed one early. I think it was the second quarter. But he was gassed. It was after he hit the 3, he came down, he made a big block, and then he jogged down the other end, set a lazy screen, and rolled. So I don't know if his conditioning's off. That's 2 times in a row now that I've noticed that he is gassed in the fourth quarter. Lonnie Walker, we touched on him a little bit Monday. He had 11 in the fourth quarter, 3 threes. He had 21 overall. He's going to be a guy who can pour it on. Obviously, he had some good little runs with the Lakers. The guy's a fucking bucket. The guy puts the ball in the red circle. Just like I mentioned with Mikhail, I like his movement patterns. He was pretty elite. Cam, my guy, dude. I defend you every time, and I will continue to defend you every time. Nothing's changing. Really bad shots, really bad turnovers. He was an absolute fucking cone. And I got to go over a specific play. We inbounded the ball at the top of the key in the third quarter. Maybe it was early fourth, late third. And he caught it, ripped it, took 2 dribbles. A screen came. He rejected it. There was 4 seconds on the shot clock, and he didn't even look up. He started to penetrate like around free throw line extended, and the buzzer rang. And he was just like, well, he actually fell. But when he got up, he was like looking around. Like, dude, he had no awareness on this play. I understand, dude. I've been there. I have teammates who've been there. I've seen shit like that all the time, but that's fucking dog shit. We can't be having that, especially when it was a close game going back and forth. I mean, you got to have way better awareness than that. Royce, solid piece. Rolls Royce, my dog. He played with the rookies in the fourth quarter. I feel like that was just to keep some kind of veteran presence on the floor. With the new guys in to get them some burn. I'll get into the new guys real quick. The rooks look trash. They didn't all get burned. Jaren took 1 corner 3, but whenever he got the ball, there was no intent to score. It was, let me get this out of my hands real quick. The kicks look fire. That's not enough for me. I fucking love Dorian Finney-Smith. He was such an underrated pickup last year. Doe can shoot the fuck out of the ball. Doe was a pretty versatile defender. There was a couple times he got laid over, which is cool. But he's very underrated. I think he's going to be a good piece for us and like one of our cornerstones, honestly. Dinwiddie was doing his regular shit that pisses me off. He had one. He's just so savvy. Like, you could tell he's a pro's pro. The way he carries himself on the court, also like specific movements that he makes. But he'll always find a way to piss me off. He was pissing me off a little bit in the third quarter. I have rebounding written right here, underlined like 50 times, dude. Rebounding was ridiculously bad. We were getting bullied by the Heat's JV team. Clax didn't play a tremendous amount. Duran rebounded the ball great with the 11, like I mentioned, but we need a gang rebound. We need to have guards crashing. If one wants to streak, that's fine, but there has to be some sort of like we're all going to gang rebound and one person's going to go. Not or all of us can fucking go, but we can't just stand there. There was a lot of standstill ball watching on rebounds. And then I have Clax. Good D. It was an off night for him. Wasn't a phenomenal night. I think he shot 2 of 7. The scoring was pretty spread out. Nobody really played that much different than the next guy. Lonnie obviously had 21. He played well. And Duran had 19. So that's 40 of our points. But overall, thoughts on the preseason? It's hard to get a gauge, obviously, because it's preseason. Cam Johnson's not playing. We're working out kinks. Rotations are nowhere close to where they need to be defensively and substitution wise at Jock. But I think there's a lot of upside. Some specific upside I want to bring up is Doe. Ben looks great. Duran looks awesome. I want to see him get it's tough because you can't really play him, Clax, and Ben at the same time. So there has to be like good coaching, good lineups. But I'd love to see him get a little more burn. I think he's earning his way into that. Obviously, in the NBA, it's hard to work from the back of the bench to the starting lineup. And I'm not saying he should start at all, but I think he's over the last 2 years earned a little more burn than he maybe has gotten in the past. Cam, you're my guy, like I said, dude. But you know what? We're gonna save it. We're gonna let the season start, and then we're gonna talk about it if it still is a problem then. But that guy, it pisses me off in a different way than Dinwiddie, which if you watch the channel, you already know what I'm talking about. And Ben, obviously, some on nights, some off nights, he took a whack floater, he took a whack layup, he took a whack jumper, free throw line extended jumper that I hated. He hit a couple post fades early in the preseason, so I understand that he's shooting the rock a little more, at least trying to consciously, which I appreciate. That's all on the up and up. But the turnovers out of this guy are crazy. One of them he threw to no man's land from the block to the wing when somebody was in the corner and on the top. There was nobody even over there. I think he just like was dribbling with his head down and kind of looked up and let it go. Unacceptable. 8 turnovers last game he had against Philadelphia. I didn't mention that in the breakdown or the reaction because I didn't notice. I didn't know it was that many. I didn't read the stats. I just watched the game and come give you guys my honest reaction. 8 turnovers is abhorrent. We can't be doing anything remotely like that during the regular season. Emphasis, I think we have to come into the year with a defensive mind and a rebounding mind. Like I said, crash glass, gang rebound. Just to touch on the Heat, it was tough to get a gauge. That was their fucking third string JV squad. But yeah, I would rate the preseason a 6 out of 10. Didn't obviously win as many games as we'd want to go. You always want to go 4-0. We did not. But yeah, regular season starts on Wednesday. Nets versus Cavs in the Clays. Me and Matt will be there. Flesh and blood, ready to go. Gonna get a nice boozy pregame in. Gonna get some content up, man on the street. Gonna get some content up in the stadium. So that's gonna be interesting. Make sure you tune into that. Like, comment, and subscribe in general. I think these are gonna be electric. Building a nice tight-knit community for the Shield. Always defend the Shield. Nets fans, where you at? Come chill out with me every time after games. So like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate it. Look at this.
And go Cavs on opening night, baby.
Cavs,